Okay, this is a trace out that I just did of this logo. So this logo, and then it's quicker to trace sometimes than it is to do the other stuff. So what we did was took this and made this. And this is done simply by tracing out the logo. Basically what you get to do by that is I'm just doing a quick overview because I'm not sure if it screen shared it correctly. You pick your basic points. You don't want all your points, you just want your basic points where you're going to need to put your anchors in. And then you pull your outlines to match what's behind it. And for fonts, this can be really, really, really quick and easy. Now, the other one, obviously, if you looked at it, was super tweaked so that it was like really nice. This, because I'm just doing it fast, I just want you to get a general idea of what you're doing, because you're putting your general points where they need to go. The fewer, the better. And then you are pulling and tweaking your stuff. With stuff like these kind of letters, I found that if you get a font that is close enough to the font that you're trying to copy, in this case, the Madrid Pro actually almost completely matches this. And what I've found out is if you get really close to it, like really close, just go ahead and get as close as you can, right click, convert to outlines, and then take your point selecting arrow and just go ahead and move your individual points, where they're going to need to match that. So that way, it's a lot less work for you in the long run. And again, this is just really, really quick. I have a nicer version of that on top that you can actually see everything really pretty. All right. So once you get all that done, I'm going to go ahead back to my finished one that I've traced out already. This file has been saved. So get everything traced out so everything matches. Save it. These two are compound paths, by the way. So you trace the outside first, and then you trace the inside, and then it's right click, and it'll be create compound path. Now I can release it, but you want to create it. Alrighty, and this actually probably should be a compound path between these two because this is going to be a leather stamp. If you use fonts, it automatically creates compound paths for you, so you don't have to muck around with it too much. And so what I'm going to do, make this a little bit thicker, just a little bit. And if it's a thicker border that's needed, you may need to play around with your spacing here, so it may not match perfectly what you have underneath, because if it's a little bit thicker border, so you may have to take a little bit of artist leeway with it. These guys, let's see, I'm thinking the leather stamp's probably going to be a solid fix. And that means it's probably going to need a compound or a clipping. No, edit, undo. It's probably going to need a compound path to cut that Y out. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is take that Y, make a copy of it, and move it to fix. Block this. I'm going to select this one and this one. No, it might not let me do it. Oh, it needs to be in fix. All right, so I need to push that into fixes group. Stop being dumb. Oh, we could ungroup fix. Let's try that first. Ungroup it. Select the X, select the Y. See, I don't really want to do that. I want to do the other way. All right, so we guess select Y, select X. trying to remember. There's certain rules with this. Oh wait, are you already a composite? Oh, you're already a compound path. I don't know why, but apparently it was. So anyway, so release the compound path. Then X, then Y. There we go. Then make compound path. And this is because it is still visible. So this might take some playing with to get the effect that is desired in this case. All right, I think we're still looking at, day on top. So what we want, and I think that's actually is doing what I need it to do, but I need to, there we go, hide that Y. And then I need to delete the top portion of the Y so that it just has that cut out, and then I can turn the other one back on. So it's going to kind of be like a half and half. So I think I need to actually mask above here. No, other way around. All right. All right, so we're going to use this as a mask. And to do that, we have to select below the line. Everything inside the mask is the stuff that we want to keep, and everything outside of the mask we want to get rid of. There we go, make mask, perfect. All right, I'm going to turn my Y back on. And then I'm going to do the opposite for the Y down to the bottom here. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure that's selected, and make a mask so that Y up top is visible. Okay, and Y at bottom is no longer visible. So that should open up like so. All right, and I'm going to also drop our lines down just a bit. Oop, that's why you're not. All right, I had it locked the bottom layer. I don't need it locked. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and hopefully that'll function. So I'm going to go ahead, save as, and I'm going to increment this file. Always increment your files. Have a naming convention ready. Naming conventions are your friends. All right, I'm going to go ahead and export this as, I believe you said SV. No, it might have to be a save as. I'll have to see which one works better. Illustrator can be funky like that. Sometimes you have to save it as something, sometimes you have to export it as something. Okay, it's save as XVG. And save as SVG and see if this works. I'm going to use mainly default settings. Because I'm not 100% sure how the 3D printer works, so this might take some of its own playing with. But we're going to test this one out first. And because it's been left open, haha, that box is going to be there, so we need to. Oops. I need to hide that box outline. So just the box. There, just the box. Take away the outline. Oh, it ate my path here. No, that's fixed. What you can do is you can stick that back in. I think I like my first one. I'm going to go ahead and because it's a stamp tool, I'm going to submit to him the first version that I just showed you that has this as a hard solid, because I honestly think the hard solid is going to end up looking the best as far as texture goes in the long run, and the thickness of the of the line can still be adjusted quite a bit. So I'm going to see if that helps and move on to some other stuff.